City, what's good? It's your boy P Money. The Blazers get their first blowout win of the season, 135-110, and the decisive third quarter that saw Anthony Simons go bonkers for 22 points on 8 of 9 shooting, which included 6 3-pointers. And it was just the Ant show in that third quarter. But this was not a game that was just, the Blazers just wiped the floor with the Nuggets right away. You know what I'm saying? In the first half, the Nuggets really were playing very well. They got off to a great start, going on a 14-3 run. The Blazers were playing very sloppy in that first quarter. They ended up calling a timeout, kind of resetting themselves a little bit, but they were really sloppy with the ball at first. The Nuggets were hitting some good threes. They made 4 threes in that first quarter. They had the ball movement going very well. They had 10 assists in the first quarter alone, and they went up 8, 31-23. Now, in the second quarter, the Blazers' offense came alive, but it was still a little bit back and forth because the Nuggets were still in a pretty good rhythm. But it was pretty much the heroics of Dame to keep the Blazers within striking distance, and they head into half only down 6. Now, the Blazers did also limit the Nuggets' assist only to 4 in the second quarter, but the defense was still kind of lagging behind, and they were still in a pretty good rhythm. The one great thing the Blazers did was they were able to get Jokic into foul trouble in that first half. He had 3 heading in to the second half, and then pretty much the deciding factor of the game was Jokic picking up his 4th foul early in the quarter when Dame is taking the ball up and he's towards the out of bounds, and he gave him a little bit of a bump, and it was clearly a foul. So he had to sit out for the rest of the quarter, and that's when Ant just went off for that 22-point quarter. He pretty much outscored the Nuggets on his own, but the Blazers as a whole in that quarter ended up scoring 44 points, and that's the second most that the Blazers franchise has scored in the third quarter. So it was just lights out basketball from then on. Just losing Jokic really hurt the Nuggets offensively and defensively. They just really couldn't get into a good rhythm on either end. And the Blazers end up taking a 13-point lead into the fourth quarter. And that was pretty much all she wrote, This was the first game that saw both Ant and Dame go off together. And it really paid huge dividends in this game. Like, it was a well-oiled machine in that second half. And it was just great to see. Now, Ant was super loud in this third quarter, but Dame ended up being the leading scorer tonight with 31 points and very good efficiency, 10 of 16 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, had 6 rebounds, 8 assists, a turnover, and a steal. Ant goes for 29 points on 11 of 17 from the field, 7 of 12 from 3, had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, a turnover, a steal, and a block. Now, Grant also played a good game, but with those two just doing their thing, it kind of got a little overshadowed. But he has his second 20-point game as a Blazer. He goes for 21 on 7 of 13 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, had 2 rebounds, an assist, a turnover, and a block. Now, this was an excellent game, in my opinion, from Nurk, and he outshined Jokic tonight. And he had himself a nice little double-double, Hart, he grabbed 11 rebounds. He had a couple of offensive rebounds tonight, and it just really helped the Blazers, man. His energy is just so welcome to this team. Nas and Sharp both chip in with 11 points off the bench. And the Blazers defense actually was very good in that third quarter, I felt. And they ended up holding the Nuggets to only 49 points in the second half. So the Blazers end up going to 4-0. They're the division leader right now in the Northwest Division. I know it's still early and all that, but there was a huge contingent of Blazers fans that were so adamant that the Blazers would end up losing this game tonight. I wonder what that contingent of Blazers fans feels about this Blazers team now, because they're the ones that they were throwing a lot of shots at a lot of like, oh, this team can only win a certain amount. We'll see, man. You know, like the way the Blazers are playing right now, how together they are already. Yes, they're making mistakes on defensive coverages and offensive coverages and things of that nature. But to be 4-0, I'm taking that to the bank all day. Now, they got some good matchups coming up against the Heat. They got the Rockets, and I want to say the Heat again. But I'm not too sure on the schedule like that yet. But I definitely will be looking forward to those games. I'm definitely looking forward to the Miami game. I know that one's coming up very soon. So that one I'm definitely looking forward to, because that's another good defensive team where Dame and Ant could potentially struggle in that game. And I want to see how those guys will step up. The others will be able to step up. But I don't have too much else on this one. This is your boy P Money. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm off this.